How do you use your content to stand out in this crowded HR space? How do we define topics that will resonate? How do we, target our ideal customer profile? There's a lot of strategy that is involved in all of that as well.
Yeah, so the third piece of that strategy, really, after you've defined that ideal customer profile and you've identified what your unique point of view is and started to really focus your messaging around that particular stance, the next thing is really going to be to build a content and demand generation plan or process. So first thing would be building out your content plan. The content plan really needs to be sort of the foundation. And this is really developing a plan on how will you actually tell the story? How are you going to build that stance, that unique point of view in the market? And how are we going to use this story to stand out in a crowded market? So specifically within the HR tech space, we know that these people are hit with so many different technology solutions every day and messaging all across the board. This content plan really needs to be a plan based around how you're going to tell that story and really stand out in that crowded market. The first piece would really be defining key topics that are going to resonate. Topics that are going to resonate specifically, again, going back to the ideal customer profile, things that are really going to resonate with that group of target accounts or prospects. What are those different topics that you know are going to resonate most with them based on pain points you know they have? And then also, Deanna mentioned this, but continuing to really just weave that unique point of view and that message throughout, using that as a framework so that that's the framework for everything, every piece of content you're creating going forward. That's really important as well, to continue to look back at that ideal customer profile and make sure you're focused. And then also look back at that unique point of view and make sure that as you're creating content that you're focusing in on that stance and that message and making sure it's appearing across the board so that you really start to show these prospects what your stance is.
And the more that your stance is out there, the more that you use the same story, your same unique point of view, and it's, repeated again and again, the more people are going to start to trust you, and the more that you're going to, they're going to believe that you believe in your stance because you've said it over and over again. It's out there. It's what you have put a stake in the ground about.